Good morning. Let's give the band a hand. That was Song for My Father by Horace Silver, and they did a beautiful job. Good morning, and we're so happy to see people in the sanctuary. It's fun. We get to sing to people, not walls. So thank you for being here.
Well, as you can hear, we're going to start with a very familiar song this morning. Kind of get everybody back in a little bit of a rhythm together, right? Practicing community.
You are free to stand, clap, dance, whatever you want to do.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come from living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? And sometimes I wonder and I ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. You can sing that. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes within my being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? grace and wholeness. Sometimes I wonder and I ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes in my being. I am the place where God shows up. This is your turn to sing. I am the place where God lives. You are the place. We are the place. I am the place where God lives. You are the place. We are the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place now. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes within my being. I am the place where God shows up.
Woo! Yes, we are the place, and hey, welcome to everyone in the sanctuary. Woo! We're glad to have you. I am Reverend Brenda Peters, and we are celebrating our reopening. Yay! So, if you would like to be with us in person, make sure that you make that reservation for next Sunday. And that will be in the e-blast, that will be through email, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, you can find it. And if you can't, please give us a call in the office or email either Vicki or I, and we will get you taken care of. And this is a brand new month. It's the month of May. So we are learning about the power, one of our 12 powers, but the power. And the power of thoughts and words moves me ever closer to the truth of my being. That is so true. And as it is the first Sunday in May, we are going to celebrate a birthday or anniversary. If you have one this month, stand up so that we can celebrate you.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young.
All right, so happy birthday, happy celebration, happy anniversary, whatever it is. Happy, happy. And we are looking for, as we come back slowly but surely, we're looking for a spiritual social action leader, program leader. So if you are interested, you must be a member. Please email me at brenda@unityomaha.org, and I will get you all the information you need, and we can talk about it. But we really need someone, because hopefully and soon things will be starting to come back. So now's a great time to plan. So if you're interested, again, please contact me. All right, and if you want to be in the know, make sure that you know when we're coming back, have the link, have everything you need. Please make sure to email Vicki at unityomaha.org and sign up for our weekly e-newsletter. And for those of you who are virtual, please join us 10 minutes or after service for our Zoom fellowship. Again, that is in the e-blast. You'll find that link. And we will also put the link out in the chat on Facebook. And if you do have a prayer request, please email us at prayer@unityomaha.org, and our prayer chaplains will be supporting you in prayer. Also, talking about support, we practice a demonstration of abundance, so please give your tithes and offerings to us either via text or mail or online. You can donate. Go to unityomaha.org, scroll down, and click on that donate button. Now, with this, everybody, please join me in our vision. In oneness with universal energy, we celebrate a world united in divine love. And we do this by our mission, which we raise vibrational consciousness through creative teaching, positive prayer, and a nurturing community. Yes, we do. And please now join me in a time for prayer. If you would, lower your eyes or close your eyes. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. Get comfortable in your chair, and let's just all take a moment to get connected with the divinity inside of us. What a wonderful day it is for Unity of Omaha. We are celebrating all of us being connected, either virtually or in person, because we know there is no separation. There is only oneness. And so as we again celebrate that oneness, we say, we are love, we are peace, we are joy, and we are so happy to have the truth and the understanding and the power to know who we are. And as we explore the topic of power today, we open up our minds and our hearts, and we hear the message that we need to hear today to be able to step into that power, to step into that love, to step into that oneness. And we are so grateful for this time and this place and this moment, so grateful for the sun, so grateful again to be gathered together in person, so grateful to be a community. And so it is. Amen.
For our spirit song. And so would you all stand with us? I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. Hey! Inside of me, I got the power inside of me. Every day I'm wasting my time thinking that someone else is going to do it all for me. I've got to get up, get out, get up, just get started. Take one step towards my destiny. I'll define my direction with clear-cut intention. Declare what will be, and then watch it come to me. Because I've got the power to make all my dreams come true. I've got the power, there's nothing I can't do. You got it? I've got the power to be anything I want. You gotta sing it. I've got the power inside of me. Oh, I've got the power inside of me. There are days when I feel I'm no good. days when I don't even want to try. But when I stop, look and listen and remember and surrender, I hear a voice of truth I cannot deny. It says, you know you can do it. Just get down to it. Have faith in yourself and the will to see it through. Oh, I've got the power to make all my dreams come true. I've got the power. There's nothing I won't do. Hey! I got the power to be anything I want. Oh, I've got the power inside of me. I've got the power. I've got the power inside of me. In those times when I feel so frightened and it seems like I just can't go on, I've got to look deep inside, 'cause that's where I'll find the power, the power, the power inside of me. Yeah. Woo. I got the power to make all my dreams come true. I got the power, there's nothing I can't do. I got the power to be anything I want. I got the power inside of me. I got the power inside of me. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power inside of me.
I got the power.
I got the power, you got the power, we got the power.
Hey.
I got the power inside of me. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power inside of me.
And today's daily word of inspiration is brought to you by Lucy, our prayer chaplain for today. And this first one is from The Metaphysics, a deeper look at unity teachings by Paul Hasselbeck. And this is about power. Power is the faculty that enables us to have authority over our own emotions, inspirations, and thoughts, not for controlling others. Our greatest creative power is generated by our realization of the power of divine mind within consciousness. Our spoken words are vehicles through which this power manifests in our lives. Power, or dominion, mastery, it is the means of bringing forth divine ideas on earth through divine order. And this second reading is from Paul Sig Paulson, a former Unity pastor, a former Unity reverend at Unity chaplain of Unity on the Village, and he writes in his book, Humanity with Love, about inner power. The power to heal, to prosper, to guide you is not in the sky, it's deep down inside you.
This next song on power is We Are Empowered, a call and response. Sing after me. I am empowered, strong and full of life.
Come on. I am empowered, strong and full of life.
And I know it's so.
And I know it's so.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Amen.
Amen.
I am amazing, filled with sacred sight.
I am amazing, filled with sacred sight.
And I know it's so.
And I know it's so.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Amen. And I'm breathless at the beauty that surrounds me every day. I'm a miracle unfolding, and I am guided along my way. I'm grateful and I'm happy. Oh, I've got a smile on my face, and I'm open to the grace of love that fills all time and space. I'm grateful that I'm happy. Oh, I've got a smile on my face, and I'm open to the grace of love that fills all time and space. I am empowered, strong and full of life.
You sing it. I am empowered, strong and full of life.
Ooh, and I know it's so.
And I know it's so.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And I know it's so.
And I know it's so.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And I know it's so.
And I know it's so.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Amen.
That's pretty, fellas. Yeah.
I'm grateful that I'm happy. Oh, I've got a smile on my face, and I'm open to the grace of love that fills all time and space. I am empowered, strong and full of
Sing it, let us hear
life.
I am empowered, strong and full of life.
Ooh, and I know it's so.
And I know it's so.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And I know it's so.
And I know it's so.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And I know it's so.
And I know it's so.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Amen.
Wow, I don't know if I know how to act with people in the room. Gosh, it's been over a year. This is crazy. Welcome. Welcome to all of you in the room, and to those of you that are at home, welcome. And know that we have some more spaces available. So each Sunday you need to make your reservations. And we'd love to have you in this space, sharing space and energy with us. Because as cool as it may seem online, I promise you, it's not the same as if you're here. Is that right? I hope you guys heard that at home. So, come on down. That's right. That's right. I do want to make sure that everybody's aware that basically because we have ushers and greeters doing special things to make sure that social distancing is observed, that's a mouthful, that we have a narrower window for you to be able to arrive. So you need to arrive, I think it's between 5 after 10 and 10:25, because we will lock the doors at 10:30 so that we have everybody in their places and everybody's safe and secure. So anyway, so it's a new month of May. Spring is springing, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, and I love the music that you've picked. I love, because we're stepping into our power. And this year, we're staying centered, and we know that. But the power of my thoughts and words, those move me. They move me ever closer to the truth of my being. That's our affirmation for this month. And it's diving into that and knowing that we are powerful creatures. And as we are, what I want to talk to us about this morning is the power of our thoughts. People don't think about that. See, they don't think about that. They don't pay attention to what thoughts are going through their minds. And so it's important. And, you know, a long time ago, and it's still popular today, it was Mike Dooley, and it's not that it is anything new, but it's something that he took and he coined and he turned it into a whole business. Websites, tut.com. If you go to tut.com, you can sign up and you will get daily notes from the universe. It's pretty cool to get those. But he pinned the whole thing, thoughts become things, choose the good ones. I had on a t-shirt yesterday, and that's exactly what it said across it. Thoughts become things, choose the good ones. Because we are powerful creators, and thoughts are where it starts. So Charles Fillmore, one of our co-founders, he said, it is the nature of thought to repeat itself. If you have a thought, chances are you're going to have it again. And if you're like me, sometimes it just keeps beating and beating and beating on the inside of my head, and it's like, shh. Especially if it's not anything I really want to be thinking about, right? But he said at each repetition, it will grow stronger or weaker as it is consciously recognized or ignored by us. Now, I've had people come and talk to me and say, oh, it just seems like everything's going wrong all the time, and I just worry all the time about what's going to go wrong next, and I want to say, stop it. Just stop. Because as we focus on that, as we continue to have those thoughts and give those thoughts energy and give them power, they grow and they magnify. And so we need to stop that. We need to do basically what he said and recognize that if we give them power, if we recognize them, if we hold on to them, they're going to keep coming back. And we know through our unity teachings that as we focus on things, what happens? They grow, they become real, they come into our experience. And so, you know, if you have that thought that comes through, so I'll tell you, I caught myself this morning with something. And I had to laugh at myself after I realized what I had done. So yesterday it was pretty, and I was putting some solar lights on the back stairs that go down from my deck. And I had my DeWalt cordless drill, screwdriver. And I was holding the screw, and I was screwing it in. All of a sudden, the screw wobbled, and I drove the bit right into my finger. Well, it bled like crazy, you know, and I'm like, oh, man. So here I am. I'm dripping blood all over the deck and getting the house and get it all cleaned up. And this morning I look at it and I think, well, that's kind of weird. Gosh, I hope that's not getting infected. And I went, stop. What are you doing? Oh, my gosh. That's how things happen, right? And I caught myself. So we're all subject to having them. But I got to catch it and shift it. Go, you know, I know that I heal easily and with a rapid process. You know, I saw the doctor this past Tuesday. It was like 7 weeks post-op on the hip replacement. And he goes, well, I'll see you next year. He goes, everything looks great. He said, everything's mending, everything's healing. He said, you can do whatever you want. He goes, but I can tell by the way you're healing, you've been doing what you want to do. And I went, well, yeah, that's how I live my life. And he said, well, that's good. He said, I wish all my patients would be like that. So, you know, I looked at the finger, and that thought, oh, man. So I had to let it go and go, okay. I'm going to breathe into the fact that that is healing and all of my immunities are working properly. Boom. And it is so. And it is so because those are the thoughts. It's funny. We don't pay attention half the time to what goes through our minds, do we? We really don't. We really don't. I kind of like looking up there and seeing you guys up there. How you doing? We're so blessed with a great band, aren't we? So... yeah. So I posted this on Facebook this week. So those of you that are friends with me on Facebook will see this. This is the bug class reunion. So there's this worm and the butterfly. It says, I became a moth. Dang, says the worm. And it's like, the next one, I became a butterfly. Dang, says the worm. What about you, worm? Well, I accepted myself for who I am. Dang, said the moth and the butterfly. Isn't it kind of interesting how as we think about things and we hold consciousness, that there could be a couple of ways of looking at that little cartoon. We either love ourselves for who we are, and we magnify that beauty of who we are, or we say, okay, I know that I have the capacity to be more. But don't ever, even in that place of, I know I have the capacity to be more, you can hold that thought and that energy without diminishing what you are in this moment, right? And that's the way to do it. We don't have to diminish who we are in this moment in order to hold a thought that, I know that I am perfect as who I am in a being, and I know that I have the capacity to be more. I know the whole story of how the butterfly happens. They're born with that innate capacity to be a butterfly. They weren't born with the capacity to stay a caterpillar, were they? So that's just fully emerging into who they're here to be. And the beauty is a worm in all of its beauty. A moth is a moth in all of its beauty. And a butterfly is a butterfly in all of its beauty. There's nothing less and nothing lacking in any of those scenarios. So Myrtle, we don't get to hear from Myrtle, Mother Myrtle, the other co-founder of Unity, very often. But she did have something to say about our thoughts. She goes, our affairs are just an extension of our consciousness. As we think in our heart, we are in mind, body, and affairs. It all sums up this way. Whatever we think of ourselves, others, and the world in general, makes conditions and draws them to us. So it's whatever I think of myself, whatever I think of you, whatever I think of the condition of my life, brings it into reality. Brings it into reality. And that's, whatever we think of ourselves, others, and the world in general, makes conditions and draws it to us. See how our thoughts are so powerful? It's amazing. So let's try an experiment. Think about a white Jeep. Just think about it. Hold it for a minute. Imagine the whole aspect of that white Jeep. Okay. You can stop. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to pay attention over the course of the next week how many white Jeeps you see. Okay? Because I promise you, all of a sudden you're going to go, well, there's one, and there's one. I did the same thing with white cars. So I wound up getting a new car over the course of the last year because I got rear-ended and totaled mine. And, it was a blessing. I have a new car. But the only thing I could get, because production over the last year of everything has slowed down or stopped. And so inventory of everything is reduced. So all I could get was a white car. Has never been my favorite. And they were telling me, they said, but white is the most popular. And I'm thinking, yeah, you're selling it, right. Yeah, white's the most popular color. And so, that's been in the back of my mind. So as I've been traveling, it seemed like every other car was white. It's like, okay, here we go. So over the course of the next week, I want to know how many of you notice white Jeeps. So kind of keep up with it, because it's in there. It's something that we hold in thought. That aspect of the conditions You know, when you see yourself as something less than whole, don't you begin to maybe feel it? When you see yourself as possibly having an ache or a pain, when you see yourself as maybe having a runny nose, this time of year that's very common because of everything coming into full bloom. But when you see that in yourself, what begins to happen? It's like, oh, that hurts. Or, here we go. Hold wholeness in your mind, in your thoughts for yourself. You know, you feel a little twinge and go, okay, that must mean that I got a little bit different movement and exercise than I've been doing. Yay me! I stretched something a little more. Good, I need to do more of that. Yay! You got a little sniffle. Isn't it exciting that things are blooming and spring is here? Isn't that wonderful? So we shift the way we think about things in order to have a different experience. So is it, you know, and this is a piece where there's all of the different metaphysicians in unity get to this conversation. So is it that they come to us when we have these experiences? Or is it that we are aware of them? It's a good question. Either way it works, we still have the experience, don't we? We still have the experience. So be mindful of your thoughts. Esther Hicks, who does the Abraham work, says that you are the only one who creates in your experience. No one else. And everything that comes to you comes by the power of your thought. Everything that comes to you comes from the power of your thought. When we teach the aspects of creation in unity, the creative process, we say that everything is available in universal consciousness. It's all there. There's nothing new. It's all there in some form. And when we lay hold of it as a thought, we begin the creative process because we are bringing it in and beginning to give it form. So I can't create in your world, no matter how much I would like to say. Each and every one of you are going to have the most prosperous, beautiful life there is, and I'm going to make it so. I can't do that because it's yours to create in your reality and your experience. Now, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do that in my world. I'm going to create in my life an experience of abundance and joy and happiness and love and health. And I invite you to join me in that journey. I invite you to join me in having that experience. But you are the creator. No one can do it for you. And it starts with the thoughts that you hold. And the thoughts that you hold and you add energy to. So the other piece, you know, and all of this is all through the Christian Bible. It's all through other sacred texts. Buddha even says, what we think, we become. So if you think of yourself as a healthy, prosperous being, you're well on your way, aren't you? You're well on your way. So there's not really, like I said, there's nothing new in the realm of consciousness, of divine energy, of universal mind. And so it's always a joy when we get to talk and take little deeper dives into other experiences and into understanding. You know, we can talk about it all the time, but let's get into understanding why. Because it's been fun. As I go through experiences in my life, I'll stop and I'll go, okay, where was I in consciousness that I opened myself up to have an experience? Now, that's not metaphysical malpractice because I'm not accusing myself, but I enjoy that backtrack. Go, how did I get here? Oh, yeah, I thought this, and I did that, and I did this, and I was here, and it all comes together. It all happens. So I have Bill back up here at the piano. So Why don't we take this consciousness and connect with our inner divine power in a time of meditation? So I invite you to move deeply within that heart space. And as you do so, I invite you to take a few breaths, a few deep cleansing breaths, breathing all the way down into the core of your being. Oh, yes. And as you do so, allow yourself to be mindful of the thoughts that float through. Allow yourself to be in charge of those thoughts. Give yourself permission to manage them. Give yourself permission to say, not you. Not that thought, but this one. Not the thoughts that diminish who I am, but the thoughts that build me up and expand my being. The thoughts that allow me to be whole and healthy. The thoughts that allow me to be of clear mind and heart. The thoughts that allow me to live an abundant and prosperous life, filled with joy and happiness. The thoughts that allow me to be in a community of peace, a community of compassion and harmony. Those are the thoughts that we want to hold on to. Those are the thoughts that we want to give energy to. And we release everything else. Whatever we think of ourselves and others and the world in general makes conditions and draws them to us, or draws our focus to them. I invite you to step into a greater level of awareness, to pay attention to the thoughts that run through your mind. And in that greater awareness, I encourage you to push those out that don't belong to you. And invite the ones that encourage and support and empower you to take up residence, to be a part of your experience. And in this, we know that we are co-creators of our experience, of our life, and of our world. And so in this moment, let's take this into a little bit of silence as we empower ourselves to be the master of our thoughts in the silence. And in this moment, our thoughts turn to beauty, harmony, love, We have thoughts of peace and compassion. We have thoughts of abundance and power, knowing that we are here as divine expressions, living each moment, demonstrating and modeling our divine power, our love and our wisdom. For that is who we are in this moment and in every moment. For we are blessed. And so it is. Amen. Oh, I want to thank you all for being with us today, both in this space and virtually. And so what we're going to do is the singers are going to come on back up and they're going to do the next song. And I invite you, so those of you that are here, we used to come up and do out front, and we're not doing that. But while they're doing this song, if you will prepare your tithes, your offerings, as you leave, the ushers will see you out. They're going to see you out from the back first. But at the back of the room, there are tables set up with offertory goblets and affirmations. So you're welcome to do that as you leave the room. And those of you at home, know that we invite you to demonstrate prosperity through connecting through our text to give, through our website, or through the mail. And so we honor that so that we can continue to do all that we do. And so our prosperity affirmation for the month of May. Through the power of my thoughts, I create prosperity in my world. So I'm going to invite you guys, come on, I want to hear you guys say this. It's good to have people in here to say it with me. Ready? Let's do it. Through the power of my thoughts, I create the prosperity in my world. And so it is.
I think there's nothing new under the sun. And if it's possible, it's already been done. If you think the stage is already set, think again. You ain't seen nothing yet. The sun will come up with a wave in your hand. You're smack dab in the middle of the promised land. It all turned out just the way that you planned. Believe it, you will see it. If you think you finally made your bed, there ain't nothing down that road ahead. If you think that this is good as it gets, you wanna bet? You ain't seen nothing yet. The sun will come up with the wave of your hand. You're smack dab in the middle of the promised land. It all turned out just the way that you planned. Believe it, you will see it. Believe it, you will see it. And you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. And you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, and you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. And you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Hey. Help them out. You ain't seen nothing yet. Sun will come up with a wave of your hand. You're smack dab in the middle of the promised land. All turned down. will see it. Believe it, you receive it. And you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. And you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Come on. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. And you ain't seen. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Boy, that's the truth. When we get in charge, when we take charge and step into our power, we ain't seen nothing yet. It's all available to us. So that's a cool thing for us to remember. Oh, you guys were rocking it today. Good job. Good job. Oh, so just know we're going to, because we know that we should pray from the energy of the outcome. That's what we have been taught. And so in that energy of the outcome of the tithes, the offerings, and the blessings that come in and through this ministry, we are holding the energy of gratitude. Oh, for we are blessed. And as we are blessed, all of you are blessed. And this ministry is blessed because of you. And so it is. Amen. All right. So, you guys ready to do the prayer for protection? Okay, and I kind of, the prayer for protection, here we go. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Have a blessed week, and we'll be with you next Sunday. Those of you that are in the room, please wait for the ushers to escort you out.